It's an interconference contest here in the Big Apple, New York, as the Knicks play one at home. And this is a one-and-done trip for Minnesota before going back to their Timberwolves fans up in Minneapolis. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Rubio and Martin are their backcourt. Towns is out there with Gorgui Dieng. And it's Wiggins in at the 3 slot. Deep 2 from Anthony. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. Anthony's got the game going with his first points of the game for the Knicks.
And right before Carmelo went down with the injury last season, it seemed like he had added the fadeaway to his game, molded a little bit after Dirk Nowitzki.
Towns, no luck. A follow outside. Offensive rebound. Out to Anthony. Back to Lopez. Outside Anthony. Some nice passing by New York here. Over to the left wing. And it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. Oh, here we go. Rubio's got it on the fast break chance. Wiggins with it. Now guarded by Afflalo. And it's Wiggins missing. Carmelo's reasoning was that he had been burned enough by Dirk's fadeaway, he had to adapt.
Yeah, that's a great fadeaway to borrow from, for sure. I mean, Melo already has a mid-range game, terrific mid-range game, and this shot makes that even deadlier.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Afflalo dishes to Carmelo. Back to Afflalo. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
That's 2 unproductive trips in a row, ending in turnover.
And one thing you can't do is string together those kinds of possessions. It can snowball in a hurry.
And it's Anthony again missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket. Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
And Rubio kicks to Martin. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
The feed now to Carmelo. There's the pass to Porzingis. Right at the free throw line. And too long on the shot. The Timberwolves trail. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. Out of bounds. New York takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. For New York, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Pass to Galloway. Lopez dishes to Afflalo. Here's Porzingis. He's the long-range jumper. Porzingis has got his first 3 points of the game.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Martin, the pass to Towns. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Karl Anthony Towns didn't come into the previous year as the most highly touted prospect, Clark, but his play last year at Kentucky would change that.
No question about it. People knew he was going to be good, Kevin, but few saw him being this good. He showed he could do a little bit of everything as a Kentucky big.
Now here is Martin. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now he averages nearly 12 points a game. Another miss by Minnesota.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish. And guys, with Towns, he is so valuable in every aspect of the game. Really great at both ends of the floor. His defense is as strong as it gets for a first-year player. I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Galloway, the pass to Porzingis. New York needs to get off a shot. Galloway with the bucket. Galloway's got his first points in this one.
And perhaps the biggest plus about Towns is his upside. I mean, he's shown that he can make big strides in his level of play. Already good at shooting from outside and can play either post spot, too.
From 18 feet away. Good. Towns has got 5.
Just a major size difference between the defender and shooter on that possession.
And Greg, without a hand in his face, he's simply going to spray whoever's there.
Here's Galloway. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Elevates and powers in the one-hand.
Textbook.
Yeah, and I'm glad, guys, he doesn't go overboard on that one and get a little too fancy.
Now here's Jang. Wiggins left side. Shot from 6. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
You have to be disciplined on defense, Kevin. Biting on every pump fake isn't going to get it done.
Here's Galloway, covered by Rubio. Pass to Porzingis. The kick out to Aflalo. And the Knicks good for 2.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota.
I mean, the Knicks were bad last year, and it became evident early on. As the season grew older, more and more of their national coverage games were being pulled.
Some changes for Minnesota. Kevin Garnett, he's checked in for Gorgie Dang. Shabazz Muhammad comes in for Wiggins. And Andre Miller is subbed in for Ricky Rubio. Timberwolves trail by 4. For the Knicks, losing a lot of nationally televised games, too. It seemed like every time they were on, they were losing. It might have been a blessing in disguise.
Well, I hope they look at it in a positive vein. It did give them a chance to focus on player development there in New York. Also allowed them to shut down Melo for the season.
The Knicks leading by 4. Here's Galloway. Here's Porzingis. Can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Martin. Now here's Muhammad. Back to Martin. Now here's Towns. Tight defense on him. Miller outside. Muhammad. That's tipped. To the inside. Here's Aflalo. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Kevin Serafin, he's checked in for Lopez. Derek Williams comes in for Porzingis. Jose Calderon, he's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Grant in for Langston Galloway.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Williams, a screen on Miller. Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession.
Man, I don't know what happened right there. He just basically walked out of bounds.
The Knicks making a switch here. O'Quinn's checked in. Miller kicks to Muhammad. Williams with the block. And here's Calderon. O'Quinn dishes to Williams. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Miller, the pass to Garnett. Another miss by Minnesota.
And already we've got a very lopsided edge on the board for them.
Yeah, +5. As you mentioned, that didn't take very long, did it?
And it's Grant in the corner. Calderon kicks to Williams. Garnett with the block. They get it back. No good from Grant.
Well, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Begovic with a screen. Martin kicks to Garnett. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first.
And guys, as we all know, Kevin Garnett is one of the very best power forwards ever to play the game. I mean, was passed by Tim Duncan last year for total rebound by active players. Still an amazing statistic among many for KG, a future Hall of Famer.
Minnesota making a switch here. Levine's checked in. Grant outside. No good. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Miller dishes to Begovic. Kicks to Levine. Miller outside. Garnett with the screen for Miller. Out to the wing. Here's Muhammad. It's rebounded by Serafin. The Knicks leading by 6. Here's Williams. Tries again. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number 1 for them right now.
1:56 left to play here in the first. Miller kicks to Begovic. Here's the screen. Poked away. Calderon with it. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And it's slammed in by Williams.
And they keep going down low with the ball and keep getting positive results.
Extremely positive. I mean, this is a very nice lead to have early in the ball game.
It's now been a decade since the Minnesota Timberwolves played postseason basketball. Last trip to the postseason for the Wolves back in 2004.
Wow, that was a long time ago. And if you're wondering, that is the longest playoff drought in the league currently. Wolves want nothing more than to get back to playing playoff basketball, and featuring the #1 pick in last year's draft will help.
Good way to start, you're right. Wiggins is checked in for Levine. Timberwolves trail by 11. Miller kicks to Wiggins. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound.
And, you know, even though the Wolves have been out of the playoffs so long, you get the sense it won't be too much longer. They've got a really nice core to build around, and I think could be special, especially Andrew Wiggins.
Here's Calderon, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That one on Muhammad.
And as you mentioned, the Wolves could be back in the playoffs in due time. They are headed in the right direction. Some mistakes have been made along the way, but you have to like their future now.
Well, nobody said, Greg, being in the NBA was for the faint of heart. The Knicks in a few short years have gone from a playoff team, unfortunately, to the worst team in the NBA.
Hard to fathom, Kevin, that the Knicks did enter last season with playoff aspirations, but that quickly vanished. They were just completely overmatched and overwhelmed.
Here's Wiggins. He's an offensive force, averaging nearly 26 points a game. Shot clock at 6.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see. So far on the glass, it hasn't even been close.
Yeah, they're taking it to him. It feels like they've gotten every loose ball.
You know, the Knicks made the playoffs every season between 1988 and 2001. It's kind of strange now to see the Knicks struggle to get into the playoffs so often. Only 3 trips in the playoffs the last 10 seasons.
The floater. Grant. That's good. Grant's got his second basket of the game.
Well, they've yet to string many stops together.
It just seems like they're a step slow today.
Here's Muhammad. Can they get it? That's good.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
6 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Williams. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Knicks team out there today.
I just don't know that you're going to see a better quarter defensively than what we saw in the first.
Really a big part of why they're on top here. The defense has been on point.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Knicks. They've got Afflalo. Anthony out there with Porzingis. Then there's Kyle O'Quinn. And it's Galloway in at the point. The Knicks leading by 12. There's the pick to the wing on the left. Here's Porzingis on the money from 12 feet away. Porzingis has got 7 points in the game.
No hesitation. When he saw the space the D was giving him, that's 2.
And Rubio kicks to Towns.
Terrific assist that time by Rubio.
The Knicks shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Porzingis can't hit. Timberwolves trail by 12. Here's Wiggins. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Wiggins has got 4 this quarter.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Now, here's O'Quinn. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Knicks.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnovers.
Now, here's Rubio. And Muhammad kicks to Rubio. Timberwolves passing it around. Here's Towns. It's rebounded by New York. 17 points was their biggest margin. They host the Kings after this game, and that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Impressive shot there, making it on the move. And the Knicks lead by 14.
Room service delivery right there, fellas. Wonderful entry feed.
And Zhang kicks to Towns. Got a piece of it. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Flowers running. Galloway, the pass to Porzingis. Can't hit. So Minnesota will take it the other way.
And guys, Porzingis was almost a rookie last season, but he opted to pull out of the early entry and wait a year for this past summer's draft. Seems to have worked out for him as far as how his draft stock has changed.
Here's Galloway. Passes it to Porzingis. Here's Anthony. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Anthony's got his second bucket tonight.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
And Rubio kicks to Wiggins. And he dunks it down.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
New York calls timeout. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated. And a lot of teams can at least get a little bit of a breather when they go against the Eastern teams. The Wolves didn't have that last year. They got pummeled by the entire conference.
The Knicks making a switch here. Lopez is checked in. Tayshaun Prince is checked in for Minnesota. Zach LaVine comes in for Andrew Wiggins. Timberwolves trail by 14. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Greg, as you said, with the Wolves, they had as hard a time with the East as anyone. Only managed a 9-21 record, Clark, out of conference.
And those 9 wins were the fewest against the East for any team in the NBA. Not a surprise given how badly the Wolves struggled in general.
5 on the clock. Anthony. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
You know, for Carmelo last season, it was Murphy's Law. What could go wrong did go wrong. After signing Melo to a max deal, the Knicks management expected a bunch from him, but with the new offense and a bad knee, it didn't happen.
And he sinks the second. And getting back to Carmelo last year, that team really became devoid of talent. In some games, Greg, in games that he played, he seemed like their only scoring option.
You know, we talk about needing a big three to compete for a championship, and for over half the season last year, the Knicks basically had a big half. I mean, because Carmelo missed that half, and when the deck is stacked against you like that, sometimes it's better to fold your cards and live to play another day, and that's really what Carmelo did.
That's good.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
It's stolen. And now, in transition, it's a Flalo. Here we go. And here's Prince outside. That is good. Prince has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Galloway. Down low. And again, Carmelo Anthony. Anthony's got 7 now in this quarter.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
Rubio dishes to Towns. Makes the shot. Basket number 4 this game. Brings him up to 4 for 9.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
You're all about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
And he gets it to go. And that's 11 points for Carmelo Anthony.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Now, here's Rubio. And the dunk by Towns.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Lopez a screen. Galloway, the pass to Carmelo. To the inside. Out of bounds, Knicks ball as New York keeps possession of it. A different look for New York. Williams, he's checked in for Porzingis. Calderon comes in for Aaron Aflalo. And it's Grant in for Langston Galloway. The Timberwolves also changing it up. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Towns. Garnett comes in for Jang. And it's Martin in for Levine. And Garnett misses.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
Kevin Serafin, he's checked in for New York. Now, here's Grant. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. It's in. That's his third field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5. For the New York Knicks, they won their last contest against the Celtics in Boston. Rubio outside. Shot clock at 6. Garnett, the screen. Here's Pekovic. It's rebounded by Serafin.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Grant kicks to Serafin. He feeds it to Calderon. To the middle. Just his first attempt. Here's Serafin. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
Rubio misses. New York leading by 14. Grant kicks to Williams. Fires for 3. Rebound, Minnesota. Inside. Here's Martin. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got his 7th assist here tonight. Grant kicks to Williams. Calderon dishes to Serafin. High post Lopez. Williams outside. Again, the miss by Williams.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Kicks it out to Garnett. Garnett, the screen. Prince, the pass to Garnett. He trains the turnaround jump shot.
They started the game off tortoise-like, but their offense coming to life.
Yeah, they've got a little bit more pep in their step as they start to put together some rhythm.
Now, here's Grant. Here's Serafin. And he slams it one-handed.
And a few more points tacked on to their lead and in the cruelest way possible.
You're right. Yeah, those putback jams sting, don't they? My goodness.
Yeah, they really hurt you. I mean, the defense forces a miss and then can't rebound it and finish off the defense. They're hanging their heads in their chest now.
From deep, Prince.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
Grant dishes to Calderon. Grant against Martin. No good from Grant.
Boy, I know last year the Knicks seemed to me to be very passive offensively, and that can sometimes be the case when you're trying to learn the triangle offense, but they never seem to attack the rim at all.
The Minnesota Timberwolves come into this one following a loss to the Wizards. Lopez outside. There's the dish to Williams. Garnett with the block. Prince kicks to Martin. Good D by Lopez.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
The Knicks have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Lopez. The Timberwolves also changing it up. Shabazz Muhammad's checked in for Prince. And Miller's subbed in for Ricky Rubio. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Williams passes to Serafin. There's a screen by Williams. The shot no good. Great D that time from Pekovic. Dishes it to Martin. Looking for Pekovic. He gets it there. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
And with that matchup doing what he was able to do there, just muscling inside, he's not going to have a lot of problems.
And we've reached halftime in this one. It's the Knicks. They lead by 9. And we've got more in. Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. Timberwolves trail by 9 on the court for Minnesota. Martin and Wiggins out on the perimeter. Gorgie Dang is out there with Towns. And it's Miller in the point guard position. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more. The Knicks shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that. Here's Galloway. Outside Anthony. Fires from the corner. Not enough on that one as it misses. Miller kicks to Wiggins. Look at that jam. I mean, just beautiful.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark. Brilliant throwdown.
Just exerting his authority on that play.
Galloway kicks to Anthony. He dishes it to Lopez. Just 3 to shoot. Begins with the block. They recover it. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. For the New York Knicks, they won their last contest against the Boston Celtics.
And Robin Lopez, last season, he missed about 6 weeks with that broken hand, but freak injuries aside, he's been pretty durable over the course of his career. Had played in all 82 games the previous 2 seasons. And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Here's Porzingis. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony. Wiggins outside. Just 5 to shoot. Got a piece of it. Leaps for it. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. And Robin Lopez signing a new contract this offseason. He had been significantly underpaid for his production over the last 2 seasons.
And, Kevin, you knew he was due for a raise. 7-footers who impact the game at both ends the way he does are really valuable.
Lopez a screen. Anthony drives in. Back to Aflalo. Shoots from the block. Shot is no good.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Jang with a screen on Aflalo. Feeds it to Jang. It's intercepted. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
And last season, really a tale of 2 halves for the Wolves. When Ricky Rubio returned from injury, they just looked so much more in sync as a team.
Wiggins dishes to Towns. Minnesota calls timeout. Well, the Wolves improved just very slightly last year in terms of wins, Clark. The quality of play on the floor, though, was visible.
Yeah, and, you know, the team's point differential was a lot better with Rubio in the lineup. They did have some big wins over quality teams, and Rubio's impact was certainly noticeable.
Puts up the baby hook. No good. Good D by Lopez.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
He kicks it to Aflalo. Lopez outside. It's stolen by Martin. And now running it up the court. Martin pushing it up. Finished off the break. Martin's got 6.
Well, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense just like that.
And, Clark, the best way to get that early offense is with steals that allows you to get out in transition.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. There's Galloway. And there's the feed to Anthony. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Jang's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Ooh, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Towns, no luck.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Fast break, Minnesota. It's Miller on the wing. At the top of the key, Jang. Now the pass to Martin. 6 on the shot clock. Jang, a screen. Shot off the screen. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Count the bucket. 13 points for Carmelo Anthony.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Miller sets a screen for Jang. Here's Towns. And he comes off the screen and slams it through.
And ran his man straight into the screen and got a clear path to the bucket.
That is how it is done.
Excellent team play there on the pick, and then he rips it down.
Lopez a screen. Anthony kicks to Lopez. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that 2-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Towns sets the pick for Miller. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Miller's got his 2nd bucket.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
To the left wing. Shoots. And again, it's New York. And Minnesota has possession. They trail by 7. Pass to Martin. Launches a 3. Can't get it to go. And New York the other way now.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Greg, and that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Fast break, Minnesota. Here's Wiggins. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Porzingis misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. And it's Miller penetrating. And stolen by Aflalo. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Aflalo. Aflalo's got 3 assists in the game. Miller, the pass to Towns. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Off target from outside. Lets it go. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
So far in the game for Anthony, 15 points and 1 rejection in this game too.
And was it a good one? Really, one of their highlights of the game defensively.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Kevin Seraphin, he's checked in for Lopez. Derek Williams comes in for Porzingis. Jose Calderon, he's checked in for Aaron Aflalo. And it's Grant in for Langston Galloway. Here's Anthony. And the call will be against Kevin Martin. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
The Knicks making a switch here. O'Quinn's checked in. The Timberwolves also with a sub. Levine's checked in. Seraphin kicks to Calderon. And the shot is good. And the Knicks lead by 11.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that. Well, I tell you what, Ricky Rubio has everything you want out of a player except one thing. He has to learn to shoot it better. Rubio can defend, he can pass, he can lead a team, but until he becomes a better shooter, I think he's going to short-circuit his potential.
And back to Ricky Rubio for a moment, who certainly is at the hub of what this team does, averaging over 8 assists a game for his career through last season. If he can stay healthy, gain some weight, this is a guy to watch.
It really is. And listen, they're also built now for him because they got those great athletic wings. And if he can shoot it a little bit better, I mean, I think he's going to have more opportunities to spread the floor and drive and make plays. And for his first 4 seasons in the league, never hit over 38%. That's not going to get it done at the highest level.
Muhammad with it. He's against Williams. 6 to shoot. Now here's Muhammad. He's guarded by Calderon. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a 3-point play. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Knicks.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Grant kicks to Seraphin. It's stolen by Garnett. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Hey, for Zach LaVine, the dunk contest last season was his coming out party to the world. He put on a show that everybody in the NBA was buzzing about.
And so he makes both from the line. And for LaVine and his dunking, if you saw him in college or last season, you knew he was a very special player in the air.
Well, LaVine can be one of the great all-time dunkers with his height and ability to lift off. He gets airborne so effortlessly that there are few that can match his power and finesse once he's airborne.
Muhammad, no luck.
How about him there just bodying him up to make him alter the trajectory on that shot?
Definitely some very sound defense played on that trip.
Here's Williams. The turnaround. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And, Greg, to be able to take the bump like that and maintain control, that's not easy to do. I know you're kind of a little fella, but I was a big guy when I played, so I know how difficult that is. That was impressive.
I see.
Muhammad dishes to Pekovic. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That one on Williams.
And guys, for Nikola Pekovic, NBA scouts said he needed work on his shot coming in. Yet he's money from mid-range at times, especially at the charity stripe. One of the best free throw shooting bigs we have in our league.
And back to Pekovic at the free throw line. Clark, he has consistently been around 75% for his career.
And, Kevin, last season he got that number up to 84%. And he also gives you really good effort in the paint on both ends of the floor.
Garnett. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got his 8th assist in the game. 18 feet out. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Last season ended with the Knicks pretty much packing it in, but Clark, it didn't start out that way.
You know what? Not at all. I mean, the Knicks were picked by many, Kevin, to be a playoff team last season. Clearly, things did not go as planned.
And it became clear, thinking about the Knicks again, I mean, it made sense for a team with injuries and being in disarray on the floor to just battle for that lottery.
From past the arc, the offensive rebound, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Pekovic. We've got 1:28 left to play here in the third.
You know, kind of packing it in for the sake of being better in the future can possibly work in New York for a year or two, but not longer than that. The media will eat you up there if you don't start making some progress towards winning, pleasing basketball.
Shot's good for Seraphin. Timberwolves trail by 12. Rubio outside. And he gets it to go. Rubio's got 6.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's Levine. He's guarded by Calderon. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That one on Williams. Well, there was a time when the media had written off Shabazz Muhammad as an impact player. We showed last year he belongs in this NBA.
Yeah, certainly did. I mean, he improved in every facet of the game, and sometimes we tend to write guys off a little too soon, Kevin. The media in general, not you in particular. He's been a big-time performer for the Wolves.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. That's good. Rubio's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Timberwolves. "19 seconds left to play in the third. Grant outside. Pass to Williams. Shot clock at 6. Here's Seraphin. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Well, he's an undersized center, but he more than makes up for it with some...
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Knicks lead by 10. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And the final period of play just about to start. Robin Lopez out there with Porzingis. Then it's Anthony. Then there's Aflalo. And it's Galloway in the 1 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Lopez a screen. 5 on the clock. Galloway, no good. Timberwolves trail by 10. Martin the pass to Wiggins. Kicks to Rubio. He's looking for Wiggins and finds him. Second chance shot. Anthony with the block. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. They swipe it. And a fast break now for New York. Flalo's running. Passes it to Porzingis. Inside. New York moving the ball around. Clock at 6. And stolen by Wiggins. And here we go. Wiggins heading to the hoop. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Just a good, solid, aggressive finish there on the break.
Not going to get much easier than that, Greg. Simple.
Kevin Garnett with the steal. Martin kicks to Wiggins. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Take a look at what Wiggins has done. He's got 14 points, and he's added a steal to his stat line also.
You know what? The number is not huge, but he has been doing some valuable defensive work for them.
A lot of comparisons have been made about Andrew Wiggins. Kobe Bryant, in fact, Clark went as far as to say that he sees a lot of himself in Wiggins as a player.
Ultimate compliment there. I mean, that's exactly what Kobe Bryant just gave him. Wiggins has the chance to reach that level, I think.
And ran his man straight into the screen and got a clear path to the bucket.
That is how it is done.
Excellent team play there on the pick, and then he rips it down.
Miller kicks to Wiggins. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Talking about Kobe, seeing Wiggins as a young version of himself. The skill set Wiggins has is eerily similar to that of a young Kobe.
The pass to Porzingis. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. There's a good screen. And stolen by Miller. Martin dishes to Wiggins. Lopez with the block.
Let's go, Knicks!
Follow the pass to Porzingis. Misses the baby hook.
For me, the one thing that set Kobe apart and made him a champion really was his work ethic. If Wiggins can improve and work like Kobe did, then like Kobe, the sky could be the limit.
Jang a screen. Martin attacking. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That one's on Anthony. A young team trying to find their place in the league can have it tough on the road, Clark, and the 2015 Timberwolves typified that sentiment.
In spades, 7-34 on the road last season. Dead last in the West as they won only 3 road games against the rest of the conference.
Bialica, who's checked in for Jang. New York calls timeout.
And with the Wolves on the road, that they shot threes better and had better offense, they would still lose by double digits on average.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. Derek Fisher was just going over the plan with his team. He was absolutely adamant, saying, don't let them off the hook. Let's keep our foot on the pedal and keep doing the things that have gotten us here this far. We're almost home.
Galloway kicks to Anthony. Towns with the steal. Wiggins outside. He feeds it to Towns. Back to Wiggins. Shot clock at 5. Anthony with the defensive effort.
And, you know, guys, for the Wolves on the road last year, it was hard because they are in the West. I mean, we've talked before about how far they have to travel as a team for their road game.
To the paint. Galloway, no good.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well. Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. That free throw good from Porzingis. Shabazz Muhammad's checked in for the Timberwolves. Both good from the line that time. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Miller outside. Second shot opportunity. That one's in there. The Knicks lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Towns.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations, Greg, have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
The Timberwolves have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch.
Well, they left it until the fourth quarter, but finally the run they needed to get back into this one.
I didn't think it was going to happen for them, quite honestly, but they finally turned it on, turned it up a little bit. Now they've got to come up with some stops.
The drive by Anthony. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Minnesota really had a rough year last season. A lot of people know that, obviously. A lot to do with their defense. They just, Greg, struggled in almost every defensive metric.
Yeah, and, you know, they struggled at times guarding the basketball, but ultimately I think the biggest issue for them was their inability to protect the rim. That's an area and a point of emphasis that has to improve for this young team.
And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And the next one puts them in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the stripe.
Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Minnesota. Bean comes in for Kevin Martin. It's Anthony with the drive, and he uses the glass on the layup. Anthony's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
You know, with the Timberwolves and their defense, it was the league's worst in opponent field goal percentage. Also dead last in field goal percentage, which takes threes into account for the value they add. So near the bottom of the league in block shots as well. Hard to win when you're struggling in those areas.
The Knicks leading by 4. Pass to Porzingis. Here's the screen. Follow the pass to Porzingis. Here's Anthony. Muhammad grabs the board.
And really, overall, the defense was just very poor. The defensive field goal percentage at the rim, worst in the league last season. And you don't have to block them all, but you need to do a better job of challenging shots, something the Wolves are going to have to work on.
Here's Levine. He's guarded by Aflalo. Here's Miller. But they'll get another chance. Here's Muhammad. A second chance effort. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
That's just a foolish mistake right there, guys.
Yeah, inexcusable. You just cannot allow that to happen.
Grant, he's checked in for the Knicks. Pekovic with the screen for Muhammad.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatics.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
Yeah, but hey. He's an athlete, and I can't fault him for that one, although if he missed it, I might have.
How about that, breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
Miller kicks to Bialica. They set the pick. Back to Miller. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
And as a coach, that's the kind of turnover that drives you nuts.
And, Greg, there's no reason for that turnover to happen. It's just inexcusable.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Jang, he's checked in for Bialica. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Miller. Stolen by Levine. Here's Muhammad. Jumps up. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
Pass to Porzingis.
Shooting for New York, Kristaps Porzingis.
That free throw good from Porzingis. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Wiggins is checked in. He hits both from the stripe. Here's Rubio. Jang, a screen. And it's Rubio penetrating. Shot is off. Good D by Lopez. New York leading by 8. Afflalo with it. Now defended by Wiggins. Grant against Rubio. Grant, that's good.
And from an offensive standpoint, they have just been stellar.
Yeah, really good. I mean, extremely well coached, fluid, efficient. Man, it's been a lot of fun to watch. The points just keep piling up because they've been such a well-oiled machine.
Well, guys, in the NBA, you learn things by doing them in game-time action. And Andrew Wiggins had plenty of time to learn on the job. He was second in the league in minutes played last season, only behind James Harden.
Looking over the numbers again, Greg, Wiggins logged a ton of minutes as a rookie, over 36 minutes a game, Clark. That led all rookies in the NBA.
And how about leading everybody in the league in minutes played after the All-Star break, Kevin? Almost 40 minutes a game is what he averaged after the All-Star break.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Kevin Serafin, he's checked in for Robin Lopez. Grant outside. The dish out to Carmelo. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
The first one falls. Towns, he's checked in for Nikola Pekovic. And both free throws good for Anthony. Timberwolves trail by 8. And Rubio kicks to Towns. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Towns has got 4 this quarter. Here's Grant.
Let's go, Knicks!
Passes to Porzingis. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Kevin Martin is checked in for Minnesota. Miller comes in for Ricky Rubio.
Kevin Martin.
We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Wiggins drives in. There's the pick. Miller kicks to Towns. No luck. The Knicks go the other way with it.
And really, they've rebounded well all game long.
Yep, and they've needed every one of those boards. This game's still close.
Grant outside. There's the pass to Porzingis. Clock at 6. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
This could be the Hack-a-Shack strategy. He's a poor free throw shooter, and so maybe they feel that's their best defense.
Jose Calderon. He's checked in for Aaron Aflalo. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that makes it a 7-point lead. 1:12 left to play in the final quarter. Miller kicks to Martin. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Well, Kevin Martin in this one, 10 points and a steal. You know, as tremendous as his stats are, what I've liked most is just the effort he's put into this game.
And Clark, he's worked his tail off at the offensive end, and his D, it has been on point.
And the Knicks making a change here. Galloway's checked in.
A disappointing trip to the line there. Even though it was just one miss, now is not the time to be missing those.
4 on the shot clock. Shot from 12. And the rejection by Jang.
It's going to take something special for them to come back now.
Well, I would say something special and some luck as well, or good fortune, however you want to phrase it.
What a big possession right here.
No doubt about it, guys. The tension is palpable.
.23 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Calderon dishes to Serafin. Feeds to Carmelo. And stolen by Wiggins. To tie it up. Can't get the 3 to fall. He's all alone. Pushing it up. And a foul called on Andre Miller. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Do it. It's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
Minnesota calls timeout. They're trailing by 4. 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
Yeah, pure desperation right now, Clark. You think there's enough time?
I doubt it. I mean, it's clear what they've got to do. Quick shot, foul, and they need some cooperation with some missed free throws from the opponent.
So a close game sees New York take this one. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but Clark, a win nonetheless.
Yeah, and it appeared to me as though the fans gave them the emotional boost they needed down the stretch, Kevin. This crowd was not going to let this one slip away.
And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you next time. But first, the postgame show with Ernie Johnson just a few aisles above us.